And we're live. Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the Ricky JJ HD4 channel. And today, or a live stream on the Ricky JJ HD4 channel. Today we're going to be participating in the weekly quarter century wireless net on the W8BCI repeater 146.70 megahertz. We're going to go here. We'll start in just a few minutes. Sorry if I sound tired, guys. I'm on the Ricky J. I just woke up from a nap. So we'll just wait here. Just wait for the net to start. I'm like really tired, guys. I want to go to sleep. So, but we'll be participating in the net. Alright. Okay. You can view the chat this time, so that's nice. Able to do that. I've been chatting on the 3.9. No, it'll be held on this one. Alright. Alright, guys. So we're just waiting for this net to start. Should have started it maybe a couple minutes later. Oh, I'll just wait for it. Oh, yeah. Hopefully my best friend Jason doesn't call during this time because, well, I mean, I'm don't mean it in like a mean way. It's just that I'm getting stressed out when I talk to two people at once. But, let's see here. He is getting discharged from the mental hospital today. I think he should be getting discharged right now. So it's, I know it's late in the day, but his mom, he's all the way in Detroit basically, and I'm in Lansing. So yeah, it's crazy. It's like 90 miles from here. It's really crazy. So yep. So he'll probably call me when he gets discharged. So, yeah. Depends on how many check-ins this net gets that will determine its length. So it should start in a few minutes. I mean, I don't think it's... Okay. So 2 minutes. So... And I've also got an ice pack to keep the GoPro cool. I know it's kind of a cumbersome way to keep it cool, but you gotta do anything to keep this thing cool. Yep, so we're just waiting for this to start here. I'll update it. No. Haven't enough frame. Alright. Okay. Alright, 1 minute. It is Thursday. Yep, today's Thursday, December 5th, as, denoted by the title, so... Yep, should start in just less than a minute, any second now. So, yeah. I sound really tired, guys. I know, I just woke up from a nap just in time for the net, so... Just got things ready and all set, got it all set up here.
Good Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday evening. It is 8 p.m. It is time for the Quarter Century Wireless Net, a net that meets each week on this repeater for the benefit of enjoying amateur radio. It is a net that you do not have to have your license for 25 years or more to participate. All amateurs are welcome, and we encourage third-party check-ins because it helps with the head count, and I appreciate the third-party people. This net is a net control net, so we do ask that pretty much the comments and questions and what have you be directed through net control. And we will build a list, go down through it 3 times. The third time typically will be the 73 round. And with that, we'll start building a list. So I'm looking for, if you're in and out, short time, or mobile, scoot across town to get out the other side, right, let us know. If you're not one of those 3, then you'll be a permanent check-in and general check-in. And we'll look forward to talking to each and every one of you. This is KV8VQQ, so please start calling now.
This is the
What's that noise that's coming in?
LQ, Uncle Bob. Can check in regular and Otis Lucky Touch. He's good.
What's that noise?
A good copy on you, but if you can, get as close to the microphone as possible. Anybody else?
KC8MAD.
Oh, no.
Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Alpha Delta.
This is?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Hang on, guys. What the heck is this?
Kilo Echo 8, November Juliet Tango, KE8NJT.
Ryan and Mason.
I don't know.
This.
Oh.
Kilo Charlie 0, Mike Yankee Papa. Dana on the far west side of Mason. Bob, I'm in and out. I got a Zoom call. Lions are on, and I've got a meeting.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Papa Papa. This is Ricky, and I'll be doing a full-time check-in. I wonder if it's my charger that's doing it, making that noise.
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely got rid of the noise. My charger's interfering with it.
KC8LOQ, Rick in South Lansing.
Alright.
This is
I got a lot of check-ins today. Cool.
KC8RVK, I'll have a third party with me for you.
I could take this off then, because 62% should be good. Alright. I think I'm how far down on the list? Like 5?
okay. Well, that's a really, really good start for this net. And we're off and running. And with that, I hope everybody made it through the snowstorm all right. It wasn't a big storm, but they sure treated it like it was going to be. At least for us around here, it was kind of mediocre. To me, a big storm is, well, we are going to definitely get 6 inches or more. That, to me, is a big storm.
Yeah.
Everything else is just an inconvenience. And get out this morning and go to the coffee group breakfast, and that worked out well. Tomorrow morning is the 10-meter breakfast, in case anybody's got time. That'll be at Dan's Coney at 9 o'clock. And it's an open table. We're always welcome, room for one more. And so if you got a chance, come on out. And with that, we'll go to KC8ZLQ and see what he's been up to today.
Alright.
Hi, Uncle Bob. This is my Yaesu handheld, different from the Chinese radio lung antenna. I hope Kitty Kit was on the bed with eating her treats, and then she took off or something. But did the sidewalk? Hope radio works good. Could you confirm?
You're not a solid signal. It's kind of weak, and you got some bacon with you. And so far, you're above the bacon. Go ahead.
In that case, we'll cook the bacon. How's that sound? All right. Well, did the sidewalk, working on house cleaning, organizing, and watching TV in the bedroom at the moment. Good to hear everybody on the radio from Jason to LOQ. All right. back to you, KCIZLQ. Thanks, Uncle Bob.
When you first started talking on that one, you were up real close to the microphone, and then you moved it away. So keep the microphone real close next time, and then we should have no trouble copying you then. I believe it was KC8CMD. Go ahead, KB8DQQ, and if I'm wrong, if it sounds close to you, pick it up.
Here.
It has the wrong call sign there because it came quick and it was low, and I had trouble catching it all. And I have KC8CMD, and it could be something very close to that, so if it's yours, please pick it up.
What is going on?
As I go along, if I didn't catch your call sign, please let me know. We'll go down to KE8 and JT.
Well, good evening, Robert, and everybody else on the net tonight. Thanks for taking the net, Bob. This is KE8NJT, and just had a quiet day, stayed in the house. Excuse me, I went out to get the mail and take the trash can out, and was reminded how difficult cold air can be on one whose lungs are a little impacted. So I was kind of surprised at that. When I got up this morning, the temp was 16 degrees, got up to about 29 degrees today, at least here.
Yeah, it's cold as crap.
So it was a chilly day. But we got 44 coming on Sunday, and then it's going to get all the way up to 48, as I understand. And that's weather I can tolerate. That's almost as good as going down to Florida, my friend. This is KE8NJT, turning it back to KB8DQQ.
Well, the low for Florida, I think yesterday was about 41, or maybe this morning was about 41, but it went up from there, and would get up into the 70s, I think. So by the time I get down there, there's about 2 weeks, so it'll be kind of cool, but still, everything is like 60 degrees up from there. So I'm still looking forward to it. KE8CPP. Go ahead, Ricky.
This is KF8CPP. I've been up to a couple things. I had a snow day off from school because of the snow, and yeah, so I didn't have to go to school today. Signed up, speaking of some school, I signed up for SAT test prep for like a 7th hour. It's at every Tuesday after 6th hour at my school. It goes to about 4. And I forgot to tell you guys this last week, but I won a photo contest for the Adrian and Blissfield Railroad. It's going to be featured in a calendar, and I'm also getting a $50 gift card. It hasn't arrived yet, but yeah, so I'll let you guys know when that arrives. And yeah, so let's see here. I think that's all. That's it for me for this week. Sending it back to net from KF8CPP.
Very good. Well, what kind of description of the picture can you give us?
It's like there's 2 train locomotives, and they're like red and white with the bold text with Adrian and Blissfield on the train. There's kind of a crossing in the foreground. I took this picture at Pacific Avenue, if you guys know where that is. And there's some trees in the background. There's some blue sky. It's in a residential area, and yeah, it's about as well as I can describe it. So yeah, all right, back to net.
Good for you. I'm happy for you on that one. And plus, it gets to be in a calendar. You can't ask for much more than that. KC8LOQ. Well, thank you, Bob. Good evening to everyone on the net tonight. And congratulations, Ricky. I'd be interested in getting one of those calendars, actually. So next time around, tell us how to get one, especially with the trains in it. Boy, it was cold today. I agree with you, Brian. I put on my heavy boots and parka and ski cap and gloves and all the accoutrements of winter and headed out into the tundra there to snow blow the driveway and the sidewalk. There wasn't actually much around, although it was drifting a little bit. And I thought I'd get a little exercise and get out into the weather because I do like the cooler weather. So it was nice and invigorating out there. It was a real pretty day. But boy, it reminds you of how cold winter can get. I think it was a 9-degree wind chill. I know the winds have been up quite a bit. So but I'm anxious to see what the warmer temperatures will be here. So I did a little work on my antenna. I'm making a directory of some antenna calculations and kind of putting them all in one spot. I got an Excel spreadsheet, and I just figured I'd dump a bunch of the little utilities in there to help me out with my designs. So piecing together little tidbits from my 1997 ARRL Amateur Radio Handbook that's still got some great stuff in it, and the ARRL Antenna Handbook, and what else am I using? Oh, the old class notebooks for the license class. So between those, I think I've got a good handle on how to design and get this antenna together. It's a lot of it's just cut it long and trim it short, you know. There's not much to it. Empirical stuff. It always works. Well, let's see. That's probably enough for this round. I'll turn it back to you there, Robert. This is KC8. Lots of questions.
WHBCI repeater.
Good. Antennas are something that are very essential to this hobby. Like one half of it almost, I think. Please in there. I have next a gentleman I haven't talked to in quite a long time. And his third party I'm happy to hear from. So Mr. KC8, hey, Jason, go ahead and welcome into the net.
Evening there, Bob. Yeah, I've been neglecting the radio. I need to work on that. And the guy there with the calendar, congratulations on getting the picture published there. Those red and white engines are pretty neat. You know, a little bit more modern. I'm kind of sad to see the old Jeep 9s go that are in the green and yellow.
Yeah, I remember
But
the
that's
GP9.
kind of the way of the world, you know.
Yeah.
On to bigger and better things.
Mm-hmm.
There was a General Electric lease unit went by here earlier today, GECX 2038, and they are a really beautiful blue color.
Wow.
Nice to see something other than just a red, white, and black Canadian National.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no work today. I decided to stay home. You know, wrestling with that tarp on top of my trailer in the wind is tough. I don't mind driving in the snow, but so that's where I was at. Went to birthday dinner down at Big Boy here in Charlotte tonight. You know, tomorrow we'll go back to buzzing up and down the road. I'll have to throw this repeater in there. So let me know. Would you like the third party now? She come down. She heard me talking. Case at RBK. Go ahead.
I'd like to get her into the conversation too, so whenever she's ready.
Hi everybody, nice to hear everybody on tonight. Just wanted to say hi because I hadn't said hi in a very, very, very long time, so figured it was a good chance to jump on and say hi.
Well, it's good to hear your voice. Good to know you and Jason are still out there. I mean, it's been, a couple of years anyhow, easy, since we've seen you two. Cool. And Rad's Coffee Break is still going. We don't know how to quit yet. And Ricky, for your, if you haven't picked up on that, Jason's a railroad aficionado like you are. And he even got a house next to a railroad. Wouldn't buy anything but a house next to a railroad, so he would have them right there. Jason, you want to make any comment toward that? Go ahead.
Oh, and not just the house here. I got 50 acres in Arizona on the Burlington Northern Transcon between Kingman and Flagstaff. And then here at the house, I've got a live stream, although it is not on my channel anymore. It is on Steel Highway. But if you were to search Steel Highway Charlotte live stream, it would come right up. And then if you're listening on the scanner to the railroads in the Lansing area, that's me as well. So, and then I still post videos on my channel as well. Today I just posted a video of train that's numbered B731. It's empty potash cars. Only 185 cars on this one. It was come through a couple of days ago, and it had 3 engines. The third one was a City Rail, or former City Rail, Canadian National bought a bunch of them. So, but that was kind of an interesting catch. Trains like that are a little bit out of the ordinary. Unit trains like that around here. So, especially with that many cars. And a lot of times that one's got an engine in the front and the back. It didn't on this one, but I thought it was interesting. And it had a female conductor. I heard her on the radio there, so I figured grab video of that and maybe people would find it interesting. I do have a bunch of videos that I need to post yet from Arizona. I was out there the beginning of last month and grabbed some videos, including at the Canyon Diablo Railroad Bridge, if anybody knows what that is. So it was a long drive in a rental car through the desert. It took me an hour to get out there, a couple of miles to get to the bridge, but it was cold, but it was worth it. Very, very interesting place to visit. Casey at RBK, go ahead.
Wow, that's cool. He knows about Steel Highway.
Right, thank you, sir. And Bob's at the bottom of the list. Are there any more check-ins, please?
All right, let's see.
Sir.
Oh, we got one.
ADAPA, South Lansing, go ahead. This is
2.
KC8MAD. It's Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Alpha Delta, Lansing.
Mad. Wow. All right.
Awesome, I feel like I hit the lotto tonight. KD8PA, go ahead, Greg.
All right, very good. Well, I just found out today what not being prepared can do to you. I'm out there fighting the wind and the snow blowing over my garage. It was up on the roof of the garage and it was blowing it down into the driveway. Of course, all 3 of my snow throwers don't work. I had one that got it started. That was a 2-stage, the bigger one, the 5-horse. But it would only run for so long, and then it just gets slower. Quit? No, I got to start. Ended up pulling the pull rope right out of the recoil. Man, I just, it's just if I didn't have any bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. But we'll get it straightened out because now I got to take the recoil off, and then I'll just use get a socket that'll fit the flywheel nut, and just use a battery-powered drill to spin the engine to electric start. But meantime, I'll probably take it down to the power, what was that, Michigan Power Group or something like that? I don't know. Like I heard they moved, but they take it down and have them rewind it. Rewind that. I would probably do it, but I've always did Briggs and Stratton. This is a Tecumseh. So anyway, yeah, lovely. It must have snowed like the dickens there for a couple hours because I didn't think it was going to be this much. So I think everybody's holding out for the warm weather coming up because nobody's been out shoveling the driveway or the sidewalk. I got to go out there and after the net, I go out there and check that out, see if there's anything that can be moved, to clean up the area. I guess they give you 24 hours. Otherwise, they come over and put a
sticker on your forehead. No. Anyway, we'll pass it back to Bob there, DDQ, KDAPA. Very good. Well, I didn't get that much snow out here. I can drive through what I got. Although the fellow down the road did come up and scrape it. I'm not sure why. Because there's wind. Sometimes where I park the car now, the wind can put a big drift in that spot. But now the car's there, so I didn't have anything in front of it when I went out this morning, but I got out okay. Mr. Gary, I have not heard your voice in quite a while. KC8MAD, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Bob, and everybody else that's on the net this evening. No, I haven't been around here much. Matter of fact, I just unpacked all my gear yesterday so that I could check in on the splatter. That was the day before yesterday, so I could check into that splatter stake net. I used to be quite active on that when it was going here. Well, it was twice a week. One was the 2 meter, and then later in the week was 6 meter. But that's a pretty decent net. No, I just thought I'd check in here and see what the club was doing. Haven't had much activity with radio or the club, and see what it's going to cost me to get back in and be active. And really, like everybody else, all I had was snow, but the snow came down last night very rapid. It started, I don't know, about 7, and about 7:20 it was so hard, the snow was, that you couldn't see the house across the street. So it may not have been a big deal, but it was really impressive with that much snow coming down at one time. So guys, I'll be around for the next one. KCMAD, back to net control.
WHBCI repeater.
Good. Well, the club's meeting will be next week, Friday, and it's at a church on West St. Joe. I'm not sure the exact address, but it's about the 3000 block, I think. I remember correctly, thereabouts, and maybe a little higher. But anyhow, you can find it, I'm sure, on the CMARC webpage, without a doubt. And they also do a Zoom setup, so that's possible there. And I think the dues are either $30 or $35 a year now, and but they're still an active group. I'm at the bottom of the list. Do I have any more check-ins?
Imagine.
GAA, checking in and checking out.
Oh, there he is.
George, anybody else? Well, we'll put her back up to the top of the list. I have an interest in trains, but I don't have. My hobby was model airplanes. My main hobby, my growing up hobby, was model airplanes, and later I got interested in ham radio, but wasn't able to make the code until I got up into my 40s. Once I got into my 40s, I was able to put it together and understand what I was doing, and I've been enjoying this ever since. But we'll pass it over to Mr. KC8ZLQ, and stay close to the microphone, Mike.
I hope you copy this, Uncle Bob. I'm glad I told Jason and Nicole to get on the radio. That's really good, everything. Sure, it's a cold night, good for watching TV and keeping warm. And the electric blanket, too, is always nice. All right. Hope the radio works good. KC8ZLQ, this is fun.
Good, now you got the right combination. KC8CMD, are you there by any chance? If that's you, go ahead, please.
No.
Oh, him is in and out. Okay, KE8NJT.
Well, this is KE8NJT. Ricky, your story about the railroad kind of reminds me of my childhood. I had an aunt and uncle that lived in a little town called Coopersville, halfway between Muskegon and Grand Rapids. And the train ran right on the edge of their backyard. It was kind of in a low spot, so what you saw was about the top third of the engine in the cars, but that was back in the days of the steam engines.
Wow.
And if I remember correctly, the way they classify those engines, it was a 244 engine that usually ran. Rarely saw two, but it ran like clockwork. You could always set your watch by it. It was a noon train that went through there, and it was just exciting as all get out for this little farm boy to run out there and see that great big old train go through. I really enjoyed it. Well, I'm hearing all this stuff about heavy snow and so on, and we just did not have that here in Mason. In fact, I've got blades of grass sticking up through the snow yet.
Oh wow!
I don't think we even got an inch. I think we got probably more like a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of snow. It's just the temps that are cold. So I suppose that we're behind the power curve with winter. Although I did have a cup of hot chocolate this afternoon, it just seemed right with the temperatures the way they were that a cup of hot cocoa was called for. So I sat here in the shack and I just enjoyed that hot cocoa. With that, I'll turn it back to KV8DQQ. This is KE8NJT.
Hello?
Very good. I had some
I'm
hot
attending the
cider,
net
little
right now. There's a whole lot of check-ins.
mix it with water and
I
heat it up.
just got
It was like a
discharged.
hot
I'm out in
cider
the truck.
yesterday.
Oh.
That was good too. I enjoyed that.
Are they finishing
All right,
check-ins?
Ricky,
No.
it is your turn. KF8.
Hang on, it's my turn. All right. Well, this is KF8CPP. It's nice hearing the couple train stories and the snow. I like the story about the steam engine where it could, go through the back when it went through the backyard to see the top third of the train, and that's pretty cool how it was a steam locomotive. Yeah. So yeah, you only ever see those on excursion routes. So pretty cool. And I think it was KC8LOQ that was mentioning the calendars. I think they only distribute them to the winners of the contest, but you could try. I know they have a Facebook group. You could try to ask there, but I believe for a calendar, but I believe they only distribute them to the winners. But hey, never hurts to ask. And I think Jason, I can't remember his call sign. It was I see you live right next to the railroad tracks, I heard, and yeah, I remember seeing a couple of the GP9s, or what was it? I think it was, they were going into Reed Machinery, and Lansing was crossing, MLK, in South Lansing, so, yeah, this was years ago. I was on the bus back in, like, 1st grade, so, yeah, it's nice, interesting hearing about those stories, pretty cool. And, yeah, so, this is KF8CPP. I'll be returning it back to net. Alright. I'm done.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It is amazing.
I just got discharged, so I'm going to have to get off here. I'll call you probably tomorrow.
Okay.
How late are you going to stay up tonight?
Makes it really
Probably
fun.
10.
KC8.
I'm not going to be home then. I'll be home at like 12, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, Ricky, you live
Peace.
right where,
Peace.
real close to where I grew up. I grew up on Lincoln.
Oh,
Which is
wow.
just a couple blocks away from you there.
Holy
Next
moly.
street is Green Lawn, and then
Yeah.
your block there. So I know your area well. I spent a lot of time over in there. And speaking of trains, we used to go down to Lyons Avenue, there near the viaduct where the trains went through, and we'd put pennies on the tracks and watch them get rolled over by the trains as they go
I've heard
by.
that before.
And I think maybe we found one time. The rest of them spun off into who knows where when those trains came by. But boy, they there's a lot of wind, and it's pretty exciting to hear those things go by. And we weren't that too We were kind of close to them, probably dangerously close for that age, you know.
Yeah.
You might be 10 feet away as they're going by. So I tell you, kids, what we used to get away with our age back then. So, but I'll keep track to see, Ricky, if I can get one of those calendars. If you hear anything, just let me know there. And boy, these, you know, in addition to that cold, it's the wind that really gets to you.
Yeah,
And I must admit, I'm glad I started my snowblower up earlier in the season, because that finally, that didn't take too long to get going. I mean, just a couple of poles, and it was on the way. So let's see what else. So I got a few more Christmas decks to put up outside. I'm going to have to wait till it warms up a little bit. Probably Sunday would be a good day to get out there and put a couple more up. But my wife has got bins and bins of stuff that we're putting around the house, so I pretty much let her take care of that job. She knows how to where each one goes, and then also how to pack it right back up. And the other year, we got the brilliant idea of putting some masking tape on the side of the boxes and labeling them, because for a while there, we didn't know what the heck was in any of the boxes. So we finally decided, well, you know, we better just start labeling these so we can tell what's going on when we pull these down from the garage. So that was a major advance in our Christmas decking. But let's see. Other than that, I think that's about it for this round. I'll turn it back to you there, Bob.
What was that?
WHCI repeater.
Boop, 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 boop.
None too soon, as it turned out. Very good. I don't used to put things outside, and I don't do that anymore. We don't hardly put anything inside. A couple little things to say, yep, it's Christmas, and it goes away real easy after Christmas is over with. So that's where Bob's at now. KC8RVK. Go ahead, Jason.
Hello, everyone, again for the second go around here. Yeah, when I went out to Arizona this last time, as usual, I froze my butt off. No snow in Phoenix this time, though. You know, I've been in Arizona 3 or 4 times this year. My dad was in ICU last Christmas, so I had to buzz out there and visit with him a little bit. So I was there in January, February, April, and November. And I think it was January I saw it snowing in downtown Phoenix. And then the last time I was there, the first week of November, it never got above 62 or 63 in Phoenix. You know, my property being in northern Arizona, we spent a lot of time up there, so we went up to Winslow and spent a night there, and then went over to Flagstaff, and then Williams. And the morning we got up in Williams, it was like 23 degrees, there was fresh snow on the ground, wind chill in the single digits. When we left Flagstaff, we went up to the Grand Canyon, and we've been there, I think we've done it twice this year. Maybe it was once last year and once this year. And left and come back down to Williams. We were going to hang around Williams that morning when we got up and it was that cold. We threw that plant in the trash can there and headed on back down to Phoenix, where it was at least kind of halfway comfortable. And then after that we went down to Tucson, and even down there it was cold. So, and then I ended up driving home. I was supposed to take the train back, but they canceled my train. So we took the train back in April, but in November they canceled the train on me. So I rented a car and drove home, which got me home quicker anyways. It's only a 30-hour drive, you know what I mean? I did it in 2 days, so I drive that much at home and work anyway. So that's why I didn't go to work today. I didn't get home until almost 3 o'clock this morning because of the weather, and I got held up with what I was doing. So that along with the wind, I just decided to take the day off. But I'll be out there buzzing around tomorrow. So anyways, we'll give it back to you, and then I'm going to wander on upstairs and hang out before bed here. So 73 to everybody, and hopefully we'll catch you down the log here again somewhere. KC8RBK.
Very good. Well, Jason, it's darn good to hear from you. I'm really pleased to have you in there. And if you can think of it, don't be a stranger, either on the Wednesday night net or this one. And we look forward to the next time. So have a good week, and thanks for being there tonight. KD8PA, Mr. Greg.
Yeah, we used to take in visit one of the by the stadium, MSU. We used to have an old, well, in fact, it's the Pierre Marquette steam engine. And as kids, we'd climb all over that thing, twist the knobs, you know. They thought that they, made it so that it was inoperable. Find out it wasn't hurt as bad as they thought it was, you know. The hardest part was get a door for the firebox. Some of the controls had been welded, and they fixed those real quick. And then, because it spends most of its time now out at the roundhouse in Owasso. They got a collection. Every once in a while, they'll have one go on an excursion. You just take it out for a test drive, I guess. Yep, pretty neat. And I was thinking, they used to be there. Somebody had it all figured out that a truck burns so much fuel for so much weight. A truck, and then a train. This diesel, electric, modern. They can run those things. Stack up, 4 of them, or as many as they want. Then they always have one that has, control over the rest. They can run the thing coaxially, stack a bunch of. But I heard that they had a steamer that they kept it in, in the Continental Divide, as the train was coming up there and losing speed, and up the grade. It was quite, a steep grade. But anyway, steamer would come out and. Hook onto them. They were going slow enough. Hook onto them, couple it, and pull them over the hill, over the mountains. And once they got past, a certain point, then they just decouple and take a siding, and the train would continue on its journey. But I don't know. It would be fun to see that happen, but I don't know where it was at. Back to net from KD8PA.
That would be fun to watch, really. All right, KC8MAD, Mr. Gary, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting listening to everybody talk about these trains. I have very, very limited use of train. When I joined the Navy in 1965, I was down in St. Louis, Missouri area, and they sent all of us up to Great Lakes by train. And then the next time I was on a train, I was over in Rota, Spain, and they had an old steam engine train. It was everyday use type train that I rode from where I lived at in Spain, a little town called Chipiona. We took that up to the base that I was stationed at one time, and it was an old steam engine, and I tell you what, you did not want to be in Navy whites when you were on that train, because that thing spit more dirt and coal and I don't know what all, but everything coming nasty. Didn't do them white uniforms any good at all. But it was a lot of fun nonetheless. But anyway, I had a chance. I kind of looked on the webpage there, the event section and stuff. I did not see anything about the club having a potluck or anything for Christmas this year. So I'll look again here in a day or two, see if anything's out there. But I think I am going to try to hit the meeting. So if you guys are there, I'll see you. This is KC8MAD, and I'll clear on yours.
There is a potluck this next meeting. Thanks for reminding me. The December meeting is always the potluck meeting. And Dale Cole was looking for whatever people were going to bring to it. And I can't tell you what his call sign is. The directory's downstairs in the basement, and I'm upstairs in the dinette. So but Dale Cole is he should be on the webpage as to a way to get to him anyway. But thanks for reminding me of that. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the list, about to start the 73 round. Do I have any other check-ins?
Imagine if he gets even more check-ins. Maybe not. Let's see. Alright.
All right. Well, we'll thank everybody for being here tonight. And in fact, we matched the number of people that checked in last night, total of 11. But with Nicole, my third party, she made it 12.
Oh,
So
wow.
we had a better net tonight than last night. I want to thank you guys for that. KC8ZLQ, your final. Go ahead, Michael.
Uncle Bob, glad the walkie-talkie works in the bedroom. Yesu radio. I love talking to everybody. Lots and lots of fun. Good turnout on the radio and everything. Everybody be careful on the roads and so on. The yucky outdoors. All right, back to you, Uncle Bob. KC8ZLQ. It was fun.
Yep, and I'll remind folks that I got 3 more times, I believe, that I'll be running the net on Thursday night, and then there'll be a gap of about 12 weeks. And so if somebody wants to pick up this net and keep it going, that would be most ideal.
Wow.
And same thing will be on the 10-meter net and the Wednesday night net. The 10-meter net is at 9 o'clock tonight on 28.495. So if you get a chance, join us over there. We're not there real long, but we are there. Okay, KE8 and JT.
W8BCI repeater. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate you're running the net tonight. You're always very punctual, very organized, and I truly enjoy these 2 nets. I'm going to try something a little bit different tonight. See if I can get on the 10-meter net, or at least jury-rig something together to talk with you. Also, I'll probably see you tomorrow morning for breakfast at Dan's Coney there on Pennsylvania. I wanted to say something to Ricky about a train, and I know what it was. This same cousin the train ran through their backyard. He and I got the bright idea one day that we were going to go rabbit hunting along the train right away, because there's all that brush, and boy, it was good rabbit hunting. And we got about an hour into our hunt, and we discovered rather quickly that we were trespassing. And it surprised both of us. We apologized profusely, unloaded our guns, and turned tail and went right back home. And then as I got into working in law enforcement much later in life, I realized that yes, it is private property, and so it's something I started looking out for with the train track that runs through Hingham County here.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, it was a lot of memories. Rick, thanks for bringing that all up. I really appreciate that memory trigger. So with that, I'm going to wish everybody 73, 79, 73 and 75. This is KE8NJT, turning it back to KB8DQQ.
Thanks, Ryan. It means at least 4 of us I know will be there tomorrow, and looking for anybody else that wants to join us. So, cool. Mr. KF8CPP, Ricky, it's your turn. Go ahead.
This is KF8CPP. Well, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome for me sharing all the stories. I'm happy to share that stuff with you all. So yeah, it's always interesting hearing the train stories that you guys come up with, and yeah, so yeah, hopefully the snow. I'm pretty sure I'll be going back to school tomorrow and stuff, because a lot of the snow is melted today, I think. I mean, the road conditions are better, so yeah. What else? Well, I guess that's all for me today. I'll let you guys know when I get my calendar next week. If I get it by next week, I should. They said they were wrapping up the printing process when I got the email like a few days ago. So yeah, so that should be here, I think, soon. So 73, you guys have a good week, and I'll see you guys next week. 73 from KF8CPP. You all have a good one.
I can't help but think, though, that they're going to print more than just a few calendars.
Yeah.
Because they're costly to make, but once you get them rolling, it's easier to make a few more and potentially get some sales out of it to recoup some of the cost. But to print for just a few people, that doesn't make a lot of sense from this guy's viewpoint, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
KC8 LOQ. This is KC8LOQ. Yeah, Ricky, I'd even pay for it if it showed up at a bookstore or something. Having a nice calendar with pictures on it, it's always been a favorite of mine. I used to get one every year, and I don't know, I've slacked off a little bit. I usually pick a theme, and one year I had all of these crazy cat pictures, and another year I had let's see, it was a painter, and the memory escapes me here for a moment, who did a lot of really cool wildlife scenes. So, but at any rate, okay, well, Bob, thanks for hosting the net tonight, and I'm glad to hear everybody tonight on the net. We had some great stories to listen to. It's always nice to hear different people's experiences in life, and boy, they are many, I tell you. So with that, I'll wish everyone a 7-3. Stay safe and stay warm, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KC8LOQ. Very good. Look forward to that. Mr. KD8PA. Yeah, very good. I just, I'll be there at breakfast tomorrow. I finally got my alarm system set up.
This is breakfast they're
Don't
talking
think
about.
that it's,
I think this is the one on Dan's Coney Island or whatever.
Trying
in
to think of what
Pennsylvania.
I was going to do
I would
today.
go, but I don't know if my mom would.
All right, 7-3 all around. We'll catch you guys
I
later.
think my mom would
Look forward
take
to
me
catching you
there.
next week. KDPA. Right, see you in the morning. Mr. KC8, MAD.
You're trying to know. Oh, he must have went.
Plan on going upstairs or downstairs or whatever. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list, and I'm about to close the net. Do we have any in and out check-ins? Before I do, please.
Alright. Any in and outs? I think there were 12. Check total check-ins.
Right, my thanks to everybody who was here this evening to make these nets work. My thanks to El Cedar for the repeaters that helped make these nets work. Join us again next week at the 8 o'clock hour on this repeater for the quarter century wireless net. This is Kilo Bravo 8, Donald Quack Quack Bob in the picky weeds of Diamondville, Michigan. We'll be closing this net down and returning this repeater back to its normal amateur radio use at 8:48 p.m. with a total of 11 regular check-ins and 1 third party. Thanks, everybody. KB8DQQ is clear.
Wow. Alright, guys.
NGAA to nuts control.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Bob, did you hear anything about Chandler's bike accident?
alright, I'm gonna turn this off.
He responded, but he didn't.
Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed that. If there was anybody watching, I think I saw the viewer count go up a few times. So, yeah. That was a fun net to participate in. So, yeah. Please like, please subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications of my videos and streams. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.